salary negotiation and how to do it properly or what to ask for or where to go. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about how I started earning extra money at my job before I started running my own business and the tactics and strategies that I used. And also, really, is it what we should be focused on is actually going to be one of the big questions I believe that comes up. So I got to tell you a story, right? You may have heard the story before, but there was a scientist, I'm spacing his name right now. There was a scientist that was doing a study on dogs, and the whole goal of this study was to see whether or not we learn to be helpless. And what he did was he put these dogs in a cage and he locked the cage. Then the floor had the ability to be shock the dogs. And so he started shocking the dogs regularly and they would try to run and escape. But over time, the dog eventually quit trying to get out completely and would just lay there and whimper as as the dog got shocked. Good for the dog. No, I'm just kidding. Look at Charlie. He's so cute, right? I wouldn't be able to do that to him, except for his bark collar. I do have a bark collar and I do have a shock collar, but they're only used when he misbehaves, so it's not very often. Okay. But anyways, the reason he did this, right? So what he did is he did this for a while, and then he took the same dog or dogs and he put them into another cage with the same instincts, except for they had the ability to get away. They had the ability to jump over the fences and get out. And he started shocking these dogs again. And instead of getting out and jumping over the fence, the dog just laid there and whimpered. And then he would go get a different dog that hadn't been shocked, put it in the same small kennel, shock them, and that dog would jump out. What we found through that study is that we have the ability to rewire the brain to learn to be helpless. So the dog didn't no longer helped himself based off of prior experiences of him not being able to get out. Okay. Also, similar story with monkeys in the cage. I don't know if you guys have heard that one either, but there was 5 monkeys in a cage and a ladder with bananas at the top. Okay. And what they would do is when one of the monkeys would go up, the other monkeys would get hit, right? So the other monkeys, there would be a bunch of water or something that would happen into the kennel, and all of the monkeys would get in trouble when one monkey tried to get to the bananas. And after a while, they quit doing the water or the thing that they were doing to hurt all the monkeys. And when a monkey would try to climb up the ladder, the other monkeys would beat that monkey up. Okay. And they slowly rotated one monkey out with a new monkey, one monkey out with a new monkey, eventually to where all 5 monkeys were brand new and never had seen the water in the cage. And when one monkey would go up, they would all still beat up this monkey unknowingly. Why? Right? Because none of them had actually been hurt by the water or the shocking that was going on of the other 5 previously experienced, but they would still beat each other up for going up the ladder to get the bananas. So I think you can see where I'm going with this. And this has a lot to do with salary. Okay. And even hourly wage, right? We are programmed for learned helplessness. Okay. So the price that we negotiate for salary or hourly is actually the price that we're going to pay to stay in the cage, because the monkeys and the dogs that are in the cage are obviously way less happy than the animals out in the wild. Why? The monkeys have a free range. It's easy. They just show up, food's already there for them. They get to just do whatever they want. It's a very secure lifestyle. It's safe, it's reliable, it's constant. Okay, but monkeys are not happy. They're much more happy out there where they have to worry about a lion coming to get them, or they have to go scavenge for their food. They have to fight to have sex with the other monkeys. I think they still do that in the cage. Okay, and they're much more happier out there. We are programmed the same way. This is why a lot of salary jobs or high paid hourly jobs, you feel a lot of stress, right? You only get stress if you're doing something you don't like. Because if you're doing something that you do like, everything causes a lot of stress, but there's good stress and there's bad stress. And it's bad stress if it's something you don't want to do. If it's something you want to do and you got to stress over it, then yeah. Okay, we live in a very safe environment now. Okay, we're not in the jungle anymore. but our brain, our 500-year-old brain, still thinks that we are. Okay. Now here, this is how I developed a system to start getting paid extra money for the work that I do at work. I negotiated for me doing more work. I get paid for every time that work gets done versus on getting paid an overall portion. Because I don't know if you've seen the salary slaves, dude, but people that get paid salary work way harder than even the people that get paid hourly and get that overtime. Because if you're a salary, you don't get overtime. So you can do way more work and you're called on way more to get paid less. Okay. The negotiation is, how can I get paid? I want to get paid, sir, boss, person. I want to get paid every time I do this job. Every time it's completed and it's done right, I want a new paycheck. I want one just for that. That's highly negotiable. Now, what you have to do is make sure that your task actually produces income. Does your task actually produce income? Majority of people's tasks do not produce income. They just maintain the system of the beast. Okay. Marketing produces income. Sales produce income. Email marketing produces income. If you're writing emails, okay, get paid for each email that comes through that earns money, right? So we have to now shift our minds and be creative. Creativity is the key to how much money you want to make. But since we've been to school and we've been preconditioned to beat each other up for being creative and doing what we think we want to do, just like the monkeys. Okay, we're like, oh, no way, don't do commission. No way you should do commission, right? You can literally get paid unlimited amount in income if you get paid just adding. If you need a new pay raise, just ask the boss what needs to be done that produces income and go do those things, because those are sometimes the hardest mentally for people, because you have to problem solve yourself. You have to be a problem solver. People aren't going to be over your shoulder telling you what to do. And those are the people that thrive. They're back in the wilderness. Hey, no one's going to tell you what to do and how to do it. And the school has conditioned us to think that salary is the right way because it's safe, it's reliable, right? I don't have to worry about the tigers coming in and getting me, right? But then I'm just stuck in this cage and I'm miserable. And that's where majority of people are when it comes with salary, wages, this work. So commissions on things that you can do with inside your job that needs to be done. I guarantee you go talk to the boss, ask him, hey, what jobs do you need more people in that produces income? It's going to be sales. It's going to be marketing. It's going to be email sending out to their list. Okay. Email cleaning. Now, these things are like, I can already see you're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do all that. That's the helplessness brain right there. That's you being preconditioned to not want to think for yourself, because you're going to have to think for yourself. You're going to have to learn a different skill. Okay. Because salary is a trap. Salary is the cage. Okay. That's the amount of money they give you to crush your dreams. And you say, okay, yeah, I'll take 50, 70, 80, 100K a year to absolutely just be your monkey. That is literally what is happening. Okay. So you have to remember that, hey, it's hard to go broke. Like, even if you lost your job completely, it's hard to go hungry. Okay. If you're a good person and you treat other people like people, you'll most likely have a couch to sleep on until you get back on your feet and you work hard on your feet. What you can't do is you can't go sleep on someone's couch and do nothing for a long time and then expect them to pay for all your stuff. Then they're eventually going to kick you out. Okay. So even if things come and crash and burn and really like the worst thing possible, you're still going to be okay in the modern world. Okay. You're not going to go get eaten by a tiger or something if someone kicks you out, right? You're going to be just fine. All right. The risk really is falling into the cage. That is literally the biggest mistake majority of us make, because the school has programmed us and lied to us saying, hey, this is safe. Hey, we got reliable food. Come join our zoo. And everybody thinks it's a good idea because all the other monkeys are already doing it. Okay. So I getting this information today from work doing the 67 steps with Ty Lopez. This one is day 7. Okay, this salary slave and learned helplessness. Okay, if you want to learn how to make actually unlimited amounts of income from anywhere you are in the world, then for anyone who wants to start an online profitable business but doesn't know where to begin, go to the 15days.yescolton.com down below and get these 15 days right here. This is going to give you a blueprint of how to make unlimited amount of income for getting paid for the work you do. Okay, this is basically, you could start a side hustle, you could start a full online business. This is how I started my business, doing all of this. Okay, this is by far, if you really want to earn more money doing your work without actually being a more of a slave, this is where you go. Inside of here, you're going to learn from Dave Sharp. Okay, Dave Sharp is a multi-millionaire who was homeless. He was homeless, he was a crack addict, he was a street hustler, and he had to turn his life around when he had his baby. And fast forward 25 years, okay, after being clean for so long, he is teaching other people how to do that, right? And inside here, learn all of the things they didn't teach us in school, right? They didn't teach us any of this shit in school. This is the easiest and fastest way to learn from some of the smartest and most successful and wealthiest people in the world. The 67 steps, right? All of these trainings right here are great for your mind. It's brain food. Okay. Now, in the comments, here's the question for today. What is a specific incident you were helpless in the hindsight that what would you have done differently? Now that we know, right? I also think helpless sometimes too when it's in my own business for some reason. When it's someone else's business, I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I freaking already know. Let me go do. But when I'm trying to do it for myself for some reason, I like freeze up. So that's why it's important to have coaches and mentors like Dave Sharp and Ty Lopez in my world, and Rhonda Melody, okay, and Cassie. So, and David J. Woodbury. These are people that have made millions of dollars in the online space that I get access to, that I have phone numbers to, that I can call, that I get on calls with them almost weekly. Keeps you on track, keeps you motivated and in the right direction, so I can live a more fulfilled life and not be a slave to the man. Okay, I started earning this $100 every single week by doing trainings. I started training sales reps on how to make sales. So every sales rep that went through was literally thousands of extras of dollars, okay, um for the company. And that's how I ended up getting paid extra money for picking up one extra item. Okay. But the activity I started doing produced income. That's how you get the pay raise. You can't just do more mundane tasks that just keep the beast running. You don't get paid extra for that because there's no extra money coming in once it's done. Do you see what I'm saying? If you do the activity and money comes in, that's when you negotiate for a higher pay. Okay. Get paid for what you do. I'll see you on the next video. I love you. Peace. Subscribe because you've made it this far. I got way more videos coming out. Peace.